This is an introduction to the economic database built into slope charts. And to access it, you go to Menu and choose Economic Database, and a big dialog box comes up with a couple of different tabs. One of them has categories, and the other one is a customized search. Now the category allows you to drill through as many as 3 different drop downs to find the information you would like. First category is very broad, and so I could choose, for example, here USA. Then the subcategory shows you the choices from within the first category, so I'll take debt. And in this case, it's not necessary to show a third category. It displays in order of popularity, although you can also sort of by name if you want, the various data offerings. And so you can see here there's several dozen. In some cases there are hundreds, but right at the top is the most interesting of all, which is the federal debt, which has been climbing. This is as a percent of GDP. So in this instance, we went from a debt of about 30% of the gross domestic product of the United States, and now we're into the triple digits. Let's look at a couple of other examples. We could go, for instance, to labor, and we would choose households, and now it shows us a third category, civilian labor force, and then it illustrates the categories beneath that. We'll choose the top one, and there is the labor force of the United States. So there are literally thousands of different items to choose from, some of them even going back hundreds of years. Here's the academic category. We could choose old UK data and go down here to trade, for instance. And that one, you know what, that doesn't look terribly interesting. Let's try financial markets. And we're going to try a third one here. I want to look at something good. Money and credit. Okay, the Bank of England balance sheet. We'll choose that. And yeah, this goes back to literally, before the United States was a nation, back to 1700. And this shows the assets in the United Kingdom, and really quite fascinating. You can see how they just collapsed here after World War II, and then have gone sort of higher. So this is quite clearly in response to the financial crisis around the world. So in any case, that's the categorical way to search. You can also search based on, if you've got a pretty good idea of what you're after, you can just do a custom search. So I could type, for example, interest rates, and click on go, and it would present to me directly, without any categories, in this case, hundreds of choices of interest rates, the most popular of which is the 10-year constant minus the 2-year constant, and I could choose that, and it would bring that up. And incidentally, the symbols that are used are, as you can see, quite peculiar up here. You probably have no chance of remembering these. That's what the dialog box is for. But as with any symbol, you can store them in a watch list. And you can also, if your membership entitles you to it, you can compare them or combine them with other symbols. So here, for example, is that interest rate chart laid upon the spiders, the SPY. So some interesting correlations there. That is all there is to know.